head, I would ask the musicians and the producers, I would say, when you wrote this amazing piece of music, or when the words for this song came through, can you tell me where did they come from? And every one of them, Andre, everyone to the T gave me the same answer. Everyone said, it did not come from me. It came through me, from somewhere else. Every one of them said they had to find a way to get out of the way, to allow this deep inspiration to come through them. That is a familiar facet of divinity. Artists say the same thing. If you talk to an artist, who's done an amazing, or a sculptor, or a poet, I mean, they say the same thing. As a writer, I have had this experience where I don't know what I'm going to write, and I sit down and give myself the opportunity of either a blank piece of paper, or now it's a blank computer screen, and become very empty so that I could become very full of whatever it is that's going to come through. These are expressions of divinity. Divinity is a part of us. Our divinity is the part of us that's ancient, it's timeless, it's ageless. It is where our creativity, our intuition, our imagination comes from. And it's what sets us apart from every other form of life. And as we get in deeper into the biology of how it works, we can only access our divinity through our bodies, through the DNA antenna of our bodies and the cellular structure of our bodies. There is a movement to replace our bodies, the Transhuman Movement, to replace our bodies with synthetics, with chemicals in the blood, sensors under the skin, computer chips in the brain, artificial intelligence. And by virtue of doing so, it steals from us our ability to access this part of us, our divinity. So what we're seeing playing out in the world today, whether you're looking at Ukraine and Russia and the role of America, or you're looking at the Middle East, you're looking at Israel and the Palestinian tragedy, that is the horrors that are happening there, and you look at everything happening all around that, people tend to think these are isolated, spontaneous events. And people say to me, wow, isn't it amazing all these things are happening right now? They're happening now because the battle for our divinity has intensified to such a degree that these are the events that it takes to keep us from that inner focus. Now, I'm not saying that everyone, every politician, every leader of every nation certainly is aware of what I'm saying. Many of them are pawns in this ancient battle of good and evil, of light and dark. They don't even know that they're pawns because they're so wrapped up in the bubble of the level that they are playing this very dark game within. But when you begin to step back and you look at the big picture, the evidence supports the story, and it's very clear that this battle is playing out. And the interesting thing to me, when you use the term battle, it's probably no longer even a good word, because in battle, it implies conflict. I believe that we now are at a point in our lives and our consciousness where we have the ability and the awareness to transcend. This is our divinity. If you don't engage in the battle, if you transcend the battle, then that is how not win, but triumph. When we talk about winning and losing, we're stuck in that old paradigm. We don't want to win or lose. We want to triumph, to become more than. And the way that we do this is so interesting to me, is by living the best version of our lives, living the best version of ourselves, fully expressing, perhaps for the first time in human history, what it actually means to be human.